We forget because we live in such a, what did I say in my Twitter in the last 3 seconds moment, that attitudes change.
Probably
Time does change. Cool. Society can move, if you want to say left or right, conservative, liberal, attitudes do shift.
Yay, we're live.
Nothing is permanent. And I believe that
I guess it's a little
some
different
people say
the
Trump has changed
yeah,
the presidency
I know.
forever.
It feels like something. Maybe I should just do
We had LBJ. We had crazy
so why don't you just do what you would have done for the intro, and then I'll just do the drums and the deep fat fried thing, so it feels right.
War for crying out loud. And yet somehow
today
these institutions
we learn
survive.
the state of our beloved union.
We have Zerlina Maxwell and Leslie
President
Sanchez
Doofus
joining us
stands
soon.
before the country and
before I go
proclaims
to
his
them, I'll go back
greatness.
to you,
Today,
Linda.
the
In
State
terms
of the Union
of that
gets
question
deep,
of partisanship
fat,
and whether or not we get back to a more perfect union, as it were, and see the sponsorship of bipartisan legislation.
There we go. All right. Hey, here we are, dude. Whoa.
Dun, 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 president, where such a thing is possible.
Where's Scotty?
You know,
Does he not care about the state of our great union?
Scotty's dead.
I mean, let's stop
think that it is possible. Beating around the bush with the fans.
Going to be true
Scotty passed away peacefully in his sleep last night, surrounded by his family and his loved ones. Yes. So, rip Scotty. No, Scotty will be joining us momentarily. He's indisposed. He's momentarily indisposed. He's taking a really big mean shit right now.
I think that we could have just gone with the euphemism.
Changing the way people interact in a way that is prompting people to
you know me, like subtlety is not my fucking forte, TJ. Okay,
you need to develop that skill, Paul.
It's too late in life. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
You know, I learned something today too.
Did you?
Yeah, I was listening to that Jordan Peterson book.
On the House chamber, but also
keeping an eye on that picture. There, of course, you see House Speaker Paul Ryan along with Vice President Mike Pence. But we're continuing to keep an eye on that picture right there.
If I start eating breakfast, I won't be depressed anymore.
Yeah, if you eat a protein-rich breakfast,
and we see some activity right now. He was
like bacon and eggs
and shit. We are
yeah,
told, so
then you will not be depressed.
Behind, but
and I always notice that you skip breakfast and you are depressed. So I mean, these two pieces, Paul, they fit together.
I will tell you this: the idea of eating bacon and eggs every day is really appealing to me.
There you go.
It's not a depressing thought.
There you go.
So I guess Trump is departing the White House.
As we watch this, we want to let people know that joining us here on set.
I mean, we don't need to hear what these fucking talking heads are saying.
No, I mean, I don't care. I mean, we're the talking heads.
Yeah, tonight we're playing that role.
Yeah, we don't need their fucking secondary talking heads.
We're just using their cameras and shit, you know.
What you were talking about just a moment ago.
We're just using
their resources.
Yeah, we're leeching off their resources, but ignoring their bullshit.
Yeah, because fuck them. They don't know what they're doing. They know what they're shooting. The people on the camera end of things in the news, they're doing a good job. So we'll use that.
The people on the talking head end, not so much
lacking.
Like, what have they been talking about so far?
Before we went live, they were talking about is Trump going to be impeached? I mean, your typical shit.
Bigger issues, and I think the Russian
one woman introduced Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump as Jared and Ivanka Trump. She was like, "There you see, Jared and Ivanka Trump."
Get to the bottom of that, figure out what happens.
You know, getting ready to see.
That's not a partisan issue. I also think time's up, and
I guess Jared has lost his Kushner now. He's just become a Trump
in all aspects of American life. Again, not a partisan issue. I think that on these larger cultural issues, sometimes it doesn't follow on partisan lines, and I think that we shouldn't always default to arguing on behalf of whatever party you're in when some of this stuff comes up, particularly when it comes to something so serious like Russia.
No volume control for you plebs.
Leslie, we're getting some news, and CBS can report that in the past hours, the administration, the Trump White House, has been calling the relevant congressional committee chairs and ranking members to inform them of the president's intention this evening to say in his State of the Union address that he has reversed President Obama's executive order to close the detention center at Guantanamo Bay.
There he is,
the administration
folks.
also has the intention of putting international terrorism
the orange muffin is in the tin.
In Gitmo. Your thoughts on that?
Well, thank you for letting me be the first
like
to respond. Even ahead of the intel committees and any of the members of Congress.
The baboon is in the cage. We're moving to the zoo now. Copy.
In all fairness, this has been an extremely contentious issue.
Copy that, chimp leader.
Is certainly going to respond.
I mean, isn't this guy that's like protecting him there? Isn't he supposed to be like looking around for threats?
Well, he was looking out. He was making sure that no threats came from that direction. That was his job.
Shouldn't his eyes have been darting around?
And the president taking a very strong stand. I think this is really
staring in one direction.
The president's going to make these
as long as a threat
changes,
comes from there.
Maybe that's where he perceived that there was most likely to be a threat to this.
Using his peripheral vision
really kind of part of his leadership style. It's going to be very abrupt and abrasive.
And we're seeing right now in this live shot the president is departing the South Lawn of the White House, heading down to Capitol Hill, where he will give his first State of the Union address. Michael, we're talking about this decision to reverse the Obama-era order to close Gitmo. If you talk to foreign policy experts, they will say one of the main drivers for recruiting international terrorism abroad was Gitmo being open.
I don't know why they're even hearing that.
There is sure to be a fierce debate over what this does in terms of national security.
Right,
Do you agree with Leslie that this plays well for the president's base?
If you talk to Americans and you say, I want to do bad things to terrorists, they go, yeah, I'm all about that.
That sucks.
When you say to them, what should happen to the guy who says,
that audio's not going
Pulse
through
nightclub in the name of ISIS,
if
he were captured,
I
what
can
should
see
we
where
do
it's
with
going
him?
through.
The guy who drove the truck on Halloween, who said, I was trained via the social media and the web. I wanted to work for ISIS. Should they be treated like police officers? Many are criminals.
It should be
all
going through voice
I
meter.
Want them treated differently. It's a different kind of crime.
But it doesn't seem
well,
like
to
it
do
is.
that, you need a different set of rules.
Apparently not.
Many people in the national
so even though we can't hear it, I mean, I might be able to fix that before this fucking shit starts.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing we started early for that reason.
There we go. We'll get it fixed. Sorry about that, guys. We had it muted for us, but apparently not for you. Not for you.
Not for you, faggots. Let's check the settings here. Because this should be pulling it from, okay, it says this is pulling from the default speakers, which should be voice meter, but maybe it's not.
Let's see.
So I'm going to go check the default speaker on the device.
So
entertain them with your amusing anecdotes while I'm doing this.
Well, I was reading something that there's a lot of people that are running against Republicans in the upcoming midterm elections that are going to use a lot of this footage in negative campaign ads, particularly Paul Ryan, who's going to be pictured over and over standing up and clapping and smiling behind the president tonight. A lot of these states that were heavily pro-Trump, like Texas, his approval rating in Texas now is 40%. So that means that Ted Cruz has to carry that fucking feed bag of like, my president is wildly like dropping in popularity in my state. So a lot of the footage from tonight's broadcast is going to be used in that way.
To me, it looks like this says it. I mean, like, I don't know what the problem is because it looks like this just says it's going through voice meter. The only thing I could think is
VLC.
I mean, they're not using VLC. It's just going through Chrome. The YouTube sound is going through something else. Let me see if. Hold on, I gotta play it for a second.
Yep.
Are talking to the administration more so about this release of the memo, perhaps, than the Gitmo decision.
Zerlina, this, of course, was one of President Obama's signature promises to the nation. This is an executive order that he issued. We talk about something that recruits more Democratic candidates.
I think so, and I think that putting a spotlight on this issue again is going to drive a lot of
what the issue is there. Oh, I should.
The base on the Democratic side out to the polls in November because given economic regulations that
you'll just have to use
that
the
Republicans, all Republicans,
that mute for tonight.
Dislike.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass, but whatever. We'll make it work.
Oh man, here comes the rogues gallery.
Dun 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 dun. No, 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 no. These fuckers in their robes. How come they're all the same height? I don't like it.
Except for the chick. She's short.
Yeah, she
breaks it up.
She's a short little bitch.
Judges are always that tall, though.
Where is TJ's son, Scooter Kirk? He's coming.
Yep. Like we said, he's taking a really painful shit. Soon, President Trump arrives at Capitol. All right. So what do you think he's going to say tonight? What do you think? What are your predictions, TJ?
You know, I feel like it's going to go one of two ways. Either he's going to give the teleprompter speech where he's like super, presidential.
Reserved.
Yeah, he's going to fucking try to use it as an opportunity to be like, look how presidential I am. People have said I'm not presidential. Well, I'm the most presidential. Or he's going to come out and just be Trump, which, obviously we're hoping for that.
Yeah.
More than the other thing. But
I think that's what he wants to do. And I guess it all depends on how much he's listening to the people that are counseling him on what to do for this speech.
Well, luckily, Trump's not a very good listener, so.
That's true.
Although, the last time he did a speech before, the Congress and shit, he did kind of try to strike that more presidential, I'm a real serious leader kind of tone. Yeah. So we could probably predict he's going to try that again, especially since his approval ratings actually did have a slight bump after that speech. And obviously a lot of people are watching, so he's probably going to do his best to seem as presidential as possible. I predict you're going to see him... I predict you're going to see a pretty boring teleprompter-reliant Trump.
Kind of on-script Trump.
Yeah.
I'm hoping not, man, though. I'm hoping that he's, fired up. Because he's been fired up lately about the whole Russia investigation. He's been very on edge. He's been kind of turning on people that were close confidants of his, slowly but surely. I'm just hoping that, even that dude, what's his name? The fucking general that they hired to handle him. What was that guy's name again? You remember?
Which one?
The one that they hired to replace fucking Reince Priebus, or the chief of staff, the chief of staff position.
Is it
McMaster?
Yeah,
that's one of his other fucking cabinet members. Anyway, who cares? That fucking dude, he had some control over Trump for a while, but there's been, leaks coming out saying that Trump has soured on that dude.
Doesn't Trump kind of just sour on? One thing that even if you like Trump, you got to admit is that his cabinet is not the most stable place to be.
No.
People are constantly getting fired. People are constantly fucking moving out.
He shit-canned Omarosa, dude.
Yeah, she's one on a long list. There was, of course, his little, Bannon, he went totally
Bannon
shit on that guy. Started acting like that guy was nothing.
Yep.
He was inconsequential. You used to suck that guy's dick, dude.
Yeah, he was blowing Jeff Sessions during the campaign too, and now he's a heartbeat away from trying to fire Sessions.
A lot of people thought that he was going to fire what's that fucker's name? The one who his not his attorney general. The fucking ridiculous fuck's name. Let me just look him up.
Yeah. So they've got
the oil guy. You know what I'm talking about?
The oil guy?
Yeah, the big oil tycoon he put in his cabinet.
Oh, yeah. Fucking.
You don't really ever hear much about him, so it's kind of hard to fucking remember. It was Rex Tillerson, dude.
There you go. Yeah.
That's the name I'm searching for.
Oh shit. Look at Melania.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
See, I'll clap for that.
She is looking radiant tonight. Look at that. Look at that suit.
She's the most. She's a Trump family member with the highest approval rating as well.
Well, I can see why.
Rex motherfucking Tillerson.
She is cold, detached beauty and elegance.
But yeah, there was even some speculation a few months back.
Check out Barron.
What about him?
He's looking pretty good.
I guess if you're into that sort of thing, Paul.
Well, I'm not like that. I'm just saying he looks happy.
Yeah, that's true, because he did kind of have that. He used to have that sort of autistic-looking detachment.
Yeah. Like at his dad's inauguration, he looked like he wanted to be playing Pokemon Go the whole time.
Maybe what we thought was boredom was just him withdrawing from the situation because he didn't like the spotlight, but he's grown more accustomed.
That is Barron, right?
I believe that's Barron. He does look.
I've never seen him smile before, so I don't know.
Okay, the president's coming out.
The president of the United. Oh wait, no, these are the.
No, okay.
All right, yeah, these are.
I thought that she was announcing the president.
No, just some more.
There he is. There's that fucker I was talking about.
There's Rex. Yeah.
Anyway, what I was saying was a few months back there was a lot of speculation he was going to be fired because he talked some shit on Trump, and I think he called him. Wasn't he the one that called Trump a moron?
I think he might have been.
God, this administration's so crazy. It's hard to even.
It's hard to remember who said what and
who's happened.
Yeah, a lot of backstabbing and
There's
double crossing.
Jeff Sessions back there. I just saw a little glimpse of that turd.
Oh yeah, they'll be cutting to his reactions tonight because he's a big name in this whole scandal.
And we're watching a liberal feed, so you know they're going to cut to Bernie Sanders going.
Yeah, shaking his head.
It's going to be pretty good. Anybody else going to stand in their home when the president emerges? If I do stand, it'll be to go take a shit or something.
What's with this red ties, man?
It's power.
The power tie. Everybody's got their power tie on tonight.
Because if you wear a blue tie, you don't got no power.
There's
like that little cuck. Look at him.
There's the Trump motorcade.
Look at him with his fucking blue tie. What a piece of shit. Trump's late, dude. President can't even be on time to his own fucking speech.
Whatever, dude. He had better things to do tonight.
He had to jerk off. Had to add some last little notes to his speech.
Had to watch Fox and Friends.
Most reliable program on television.
Dude, wouldn't it be hilarious if you had some footage of the motorcade stopping at McDonald's to get him a couple of double-doubles before he goes in?
What if Trump got assassinated during the event? That's
definitely not going to happen.
I mean, like, of all the places that could happen, this is the place it's not. It's definitely not going to happen.
It's highly implausible. This is one of the most protected places on the planet right now.
I love how what's his name? Rick Perry? Is that someone else?
Rick Perry, yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Why does that sound like a musician name to me?
Steve Perry?
Yeah, okay. So Rick Perry, after he got caught forgetting that department he was going to cut, and everyone said he was stupid, did you notice that shortly after that he went and got some fucking glasses?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he looks fucking... He wears these, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what look he's going for now.
He's going for the I'm not stupid because I wear glasses.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's what I'm thinking. It's all about those glasses.
A lot of these people will go to prison, dude. Nikki Haley will be locked up, dude. Time for her to go to prison. This Russia shit comes down.
Steve Shives' intro makes me want to commit suicide. What does this have to do with Steve Shives? Maybe that should be the new Hail to the Chief.
Wah, 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 wah. Yep, I like it.
Paul is embracing his bare gay with that mask.
This is a patriotic mask, okay?
Yeah, Paul's feeling patriotic because tonight's the State of the Union address.
I'm here because I'm an American. I'm here to hear my leader talk about the state of the place I live in, okay, asshole? So I don't appreciate your gay jokes.
Legit only just noticed Paul wearing mask.
Well, that's because, I mean...
help you out.
People are adverse to looking at my face, and I don't blame them.
You should just keep the mask, dude. That should just be your thing.
Yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable, though, because I've got this big hooked Jew nose, and so it's like...
Damn, that was anti-Semitic.
What?
That was anti-Semitic, Paul. You're an anti-Semite.
What? What did I say?
You said your hook nose.
I was being self-deprecating, okay?
Oh, so now it's deprecating. Now comparing yourself to the Jewish people is deprecating. Okay.
You're just overly sensitive, TJ.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am, Paul. Or maybe it's time for people like you, bigots, to stop getting their say in America.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry for my bigoted nature. I'll come up with a new way of saying that my nose is big.
You fucking should be, Paul.
But yeah, it kind of cuts into the bridge of my nose here. I'd have to put like some padding.
You should.
Yeah.
I think you need a lot of padding. I think you just need a bigger mask.
Maybe I can get some of my fat to travel up from my body and just get a little fatty deposit up here.
See, now they don't even know what to do because they expected Trump to be on time, so now they're just playing old State of the Unions.
Cut to the Lyndon B. Johnson State of the Union.
Like, yeah, remember this? No, because you weren't alive, but okay.
Yeah, Trump's taking his sweet-ass time, fashionably late, making everybody wait for him. Very presidential thing to do. It's a powerful man, dude. He had to decide whether or not he was going to hammer the nuke button before he came. You know, he had a lot of decisions to make before he got there tonight. Busy guy.
He was weighing the pros and cons of nuking North Korea before the State of the Union.
Had to decide which set of clubs he was going to try out when he absconds to fucking Mar-a-Lago to play golf for 2 weeks right after the speech. You know what I mean? Like, he's got fucking shit to do.
Yeah, Trump's a busy man.
He's got a whole bunch of decisions to make about, like, retooling the inside of Air Force One to make it more Trump-like. He's got a lot of gold statues to buy for that, you know?
Makes sense to me.
Gilded fucking toilet seats and shit to buy. I mean, he's got a lot of shit to do. So he doesn't have to be on time.
Now they're just showing pictures of him, like, soon you'll see this guy talk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they must be grousing about the Russia investigation again.
Yeah, okay, big deal. That's why I do hope Trump will actually address it. We'll see.
I mean, everybody's hoping that Trump is going to address it. Wow, What
the fuck, TJ? You told me to be here. What time? What the fuck, TJ?
How was your dump? How was your dump, Scotty?
Dude, you told me to be here at fucking 8:10, dude.
We told the people the truth, Scotty. You were taking a giant, painful dump.
TJ, you told me to be here at 8. Dude, this is not fucking professional, TJ.
I didn't do nothing. You were taking a shit. What are you trying to blame it on me?
Yeah, dude, but you told me I had fucking time.
You want to see not professional? Check out the first 10 minutes of the stream when nobody could hear us because the fucking news was playing and we didn't know it.
This is fucking bullshit, TJ. And where's my fucking headphones, TJ?
I don't know. I didn't touch your headphones.
TJ, fucking God, this is fucking TJ.
TJ,
I didn't touch your goddamn headphones.
This is a fucking disaster, TJ.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, TJ. A bird in the hand, TJ, is worth 2 in the bush, TJ.
Fucking incompetent ass fucking TJ running shit.
I'm just gonna spew anecdotes at you all night, TJ.
Fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
What's been going on here, TJ?
Get him out there. We want Trump. We want Trump.
Yeah, the news organizations don't quite know what to do because Trump is late.
Apparently,
cool.
Some people told me he's already started. I guess there's a 2-minute delay on this stream, so we should be seeing him shortly.
Well, that's fine.
Come on, Trump.
There'll probably be more than 2 minutes of delay by the end because we'll probably pause here.
Because we're definitely going to pause it during. So if you want to actually watch this speech in real time, this is not the place to do it.
I mean, this is pretty close to real time.
But if you want to watch fat neckbeards interrupt the president constantly.
Wah, 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 wah. We need to get the national. We need to get a kazoo. We need that as a prop for this show.
We need the national kazoo.
Yeah.
What are they even showing here? What is this?
That I don't know.
All right, no one cares. Your stupid Sunday schedule can kiss my ass. Get the fucking president out. We want Trump.
It's right here.
I don't give a fuck about this bullshit. Former VP Biden says he will decide on 2020 presidential run by end of the year. Okay.
I hope Crazy Uncle Joe runs at least. I don't know if he's got a chance to win. But I do hope he runs.
Okay.
All right. Looks like it's happening.
There he is. The man of the hour.
The man, the myth, the legend, the bright orange leader of our country has taken the podium.
Really seems to be soaking in this moment.
Yeah, applaud yourself.
There are a number of Democrats
I'm the
who
president.
Yes, I'm the best. Yes, applaud me.
In the House are
I am
black.
the greatest.
Thank you all
It is a sign that they want to show
for applauding me. I will applaud as well.
Yeah. All right, there he is. Look at that shit-eating grin.
He's ready, dude.
Recognize the Me Too movement.
Whoa, look at the dude in the fucking crazy bow tie, dude.
Sweet. He must be a nation of Islam.
In the applause. The White House says the president's speech is 50 minutes,
clapping.
but that
he was like reading his phone.
Doesn't account for moments like this where there will be extended applause.
And the big question, will he go off script tonight? Or will he stick with the script?
That's what I want to know,
He's
bitch.
President of the United States.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege.
Who cares? I don't give a fuck about Paul Ryan's bullshit. Member of the Congress, I have the privilege and the president. Yay, the president time. Sit your ass down and goddamn watch the State of the Union. Watch this fucker deliver his speech.
Yeah, I wish I had a little flag to wear, to wave. Yay!
No, you need to wear it like a damn diaper, Paul.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes!
Yay, Trump! Woo, Trump!
Everybody stand and applaud the national embarrassment that is Trump.
Yay, turd.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, the First Lady of the United States, and my fellow Americans. Less than 1 year has passed since I first stood at this podium in this majestic chamber to speak on behalf of the American people and to address their concerns, their hopes, and their dreams. That night, our new administration had already taken very
Paul Ryan
swift
looks like he's in
action.
love. Look at him.
Dude, I think he's coming in his fucking pants.
A new tide of optimism was already sweeping
he's in love.
Dude,
across our land.
Trump got those tax cuts, dude. He's like, oh, got those fucking taxes.
We have gone forward with a clear
the
vision
corporate tax rate went so
and a
low.
righteous mission.
How low can it go?
To make America great again for all Americans.
Yeah!
I love how half the chamber is just not clapping.
What, they don't want America to be great again?
I guess not.
Dude, these fucking, like, standing ovation moments, so many of these are going to happen.
It's such a waste of time, dude. Melania looks like she's on life support.
Melania is an ice queen.
We have made incredible progress and achieved extraordinary success.
Really?
We have faced challenges we expected and others we could never have imagined.
Uh-huh.
We have shared
like
the heights
Come
of
on.
victory and the pains of hardship. We have endured floods and fires and storms. Through it all, we have seen the beauty of
Was he not
America's soul
expecting those things to
and the
happen?
steel
No one
in
could have
America's
possibly imagined
spine.
that natural disasters
Each
would continue to
test has
happen.
forged new
Well, Trump
American
wasn't
heroes
elected. I
to
mean,
remind us
come on.
who we are.
That's not a natural
And
disaster.
show
though.
us what we can be. We saw the volunteers of the Cajun Navy racing to the rescue with their fishing boats to save people in the aftermath of a totally
Mike Pence looks like he's trying
hurricane.
really hard to look thoughtful.
We saw strangers
Both of these
shielding
dudes behind
strangers
him
from a hail of
have been
gunfire
extensively coached on
the
their
Las
neutral
Vegas Strip.
face.
We heard tales
They're
of
like, your
Americans
reactions to this
like
are going to be
Coast Guard Petty
scrutinized.
Officer Ashley Leopard,
So you have to just look
who is here tonight
stone-faced.
in the gallery with Melania.
Yay!
Yeah, military! Yeah!
Some woman.
He said she was with Melania, and it doesn't look like she's with Melania.
Yeah, who the fuck is... Where's Melania?
Looks like Melania decided she didn't want this bitch next to her.
She was with her earlier.
Oh, she's in the military. We have to clap.
Yay, military! Woo!
Military good. We love
military good.
Good
Ashley
job.
was aboard one of the first helicopters on the scene in Houston during the Hurricane Harvey. Through 18 hours of
During the Hurricane Harvey.
Hurricane Harvey.
She was on the scene during the Hurricane Harvey.
It didn't land. It didn't help the people.
We all thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for helping during the
She was on
hurricane.
the scene with the Hurricane Harvey. Wow.
The little soldier that could.
First person on the scene of the Hurricane Harvey, though.
Yeah.
God, all right. We get it.
We heard
She's
about
good.
Americans
Good job.
like firefighter David Dahlberg. He's here with us
man,
also.
not these.
David faced down
Not
walls of
these,
flame.
man.
It's like an Oscar
rescue
acceptance
almost
speech where you just
60
kind of hear about a bunch of people who don't give a fuck about.
These are worse because it's like, you know, in Oscar acceptance speeches, usually they thank people that were involved in the production, so you might be interested in that. These are just like,
Texas,
let's
Florida,
find some anecdotes,
Louisiana,
man.
Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands.
We heard about this cop
Everywhere.
with no legs
We are with you.
in Los Angeles,
We love you.
scooting
And we
around on his
always
scooter,
will pull
fighting
through
crime for Trump.
together, Always.
Always, whatever you said.
Always.
And let us not forget the heroes that died on 9/11. Stand again, clap.
Stand, clap, 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 stand, clap,
Cut
clap,
to the
clap,
person
stand.
that... Okay, there.
Need more clapping.
There he is.
Good job.
Also with Melania.
Why are you shitting on that girl? Because we
Thank
don't
you
give a
to
flying
David and
fuck
the
about her.
Brave people of California. Thank you very much.
Because what she did has nothing to do with
Great
Donald
job.
Trump. We're here to hear what he did for the country and what he's going to do for the country. Her service is great and everything, but it has nothing to do with him.
One of the toughest people ever to serve in this House. A guy who took a bullet, almost died, and was back to work 3.5 months later. The legend from Louisiana, Congressman Steve Scalise.
Yeah, Steve Scalise. Oh, wait, he sucks.
He survived.
You know what?
Dude. You know what?
If you're
shot him and he survived.
Guess what? Guess what? If you're a shitty person and you get shot and you survive,
you're awesome.
You're still a shitty person.
No, you're awesome, dude.
You're still shit.
TJ, so you endorse violence, TJ?
No, I just don't endorse Steve Scalise because
you endorse violence, dude.
Dude, he was.
I'm sorry he got shot, but he's a piece of shit. I know because I too am from Louisiana.
I think they like you, Steve.
I don't.
We're incredibly grateful for the heroic efforts of the Capitol Police
I'd be incredibly grateful if you got to something that had a fucking point.
Yeah.
And the doctors, nurses, and paramedics who saved his life and the lives of many others. Some
look, TJ, they saved lives though.
In the aftermath,
lifesavers.
Yes.
What do you have against people saving other people's lives? I'm asking you a question, dude.
What?
They're applauding the doctors and nurses that worked tirelessly to save his life and the lives of others. TJ.
He's not even wearing anything patriotic, Scotty. Why would you even talk? He's clearly an America-hating piece of shit.
Where's your America hat, TJ?
In the aftermath of that terrible shooting, we came together, not as Republicans or Democrats, but as representatives of the people. But it is not enough to come together only in times of tragedy. Tonight, I call
come together under my
upon
agenda
to set aside our differences.
Okay.
To seek out common ground and to summon the unity we need to deliver for the people.
Oh, God, dude. That's the perfect timing for that.
These are the best.
Oh, God, dude.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi is so fucking pissed, dude. Look at the look on her face.
What a contemptuous look.
Those were some of the most sour... She's sucking meat out of her teeth, man.
Oh, yes. Thank you, President
Trump. Wow. That was beautiful.
The world has seen
I want more reaction shots like that.
That no people on earth are so fearless or daring or determined as Americans. If there is a mountain, we climb it. If there's a frontier,
America. Oh, America.
If there's a challenge.
Oh, God, America. Oh, America. Oh!
We seize it. So let's begin tonight by recognizing that the state of our union is strong because our people are strong.
They're strong and wonderful and great, and we love this country.
Yes.
This is the greatest nation on earth, guys.
The state of our union is strong.
It's strong.
Strong. America. Yeah. Since the election,
so we have the state of fluff, dude.
2.4 million new jobs, including
new jobs. We have so many new jobs going on right now.
Including 200,000 new jobs in manufacturing alone. Tremendous number.
That is tremendous, TJ. How do you respond to that?
I'm blown away by the tremendousness.
After years and years of wage stagnation, we are finally seeing rising wages.
There you go, TJ.
Yeah, rising wages.
So TJ,
I have not seen rising wages.
Has the economy been better under Obama or Trump, TJ?
Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?
I'm not.
Millions of Americans can say yes, TJ.
Have hit a
good for them.
45-year low.
What's hit a 45-year low? Intelligence?
That too, but unemployment.
Something I'm very proud of. African American unemployment stands at the lowest rate ever recorded.
Look,
someone was real.
Look, TJ, look.
Stoked.
Look at the black people. They don't seem too thrilled about it. Well, one does. There's one black guy that's like, yeah. The rest of the black people are like, we don't give a shit. Fuck you.
Hispanic American unemployment has also reached the lowest levels in history.
Are you going to
in history, dude?
The lowest in history.
In history. Look at this guy. He knows he's low. So, TJ, Trump has done such amazing, tremendous things for this country.
Yeah.
Yet you continue to attack him. Why?
Gaining $8 trillion
I'm just a fucking partisan hack, dude.
Dude, the stock market way up.
The great news.
African American unemployment at an all-time low. So Trump is doing a great job for this country, and you still criticize him economically. Why? Why, when Trump has done such a great thing for this nation, do you criticize him continuously?
Have gone through the roof.
Ongoing.
And
over
just
and
as
over.
I promised the American people from this
Are we here to listen to the
podium
president or here to listen to
11
Scotty?
We enacted
Seems like he thinks he's the fucking
tax cuts
president.
and reforms in American
I'm asking you
history.
just pointed questions, PJ. If you refuse to answer them, I can't make you answer questions.
I'm trying to listen to the State of the Union address, Scotty.
Okay.
I'm trying to hear what our fucking leader is saying.
The state of the standing ovation is strong.
The leader that you continuously attack, TJ. And question. And belittle.
Well, at least I'm actually listening to him.
I am listening, TJ.
I ain't listening to nothing.
Okay.
Here's the self-obsessed little faggot.
Well, then maybe that's true, TJ. But I fucking love this country and I love this president.
Provide tremendous relief for the middle class and small business. To lower tax rates.
Whoa, that was a fucking strong Trump lipism.
We nearly doubled the standard deduction for everyone.
I wonder if he's got dry mouth already.
Wow. Got some cotton mouth, dude. Trump was smoking a fucking fatty.
That's why he was late.
Earned by a married couple
Trump was like,
is completely tax-free.
Tremendous, enormous, delicious.
Tax relief, TJ. We fucking cut taxes.
I mean, that actually does help me a little.
The child tax credit.
Yep.
Yay.
Child tax credit, TJ.
Pop out some kids, TJ.
More children.
Now Ivanka, for some reason, assistant to the president.
It's Jared and Ivanka Trump, dude.
How about Trump's fucking kid?
Slashing their tax bill in half.
Slash my tax bill in half.
Fuck that. Get my tax bill in nothing, Trump.
Yeah, when's the tax rate going to be at 0?
This will be the last time you will ever file under the old and very broken system, and millions of Americans will have more take-home pay starting next month. A lot more.
Yeah.
Finally. More pay. Hey, it might be the wealthiest 0.1% and 1%. But hey, they're still Americans,
especially.
I love how
they're still going to be saving a lot of money.
I love how a bunch of people are standing, but his wife is not standing.
Like, she doesn't stand for shit.
We
She's like, I ain't standing for that. I'll clap, but I ain't standing.
Cruel tax that fell mostly on Americans, making less than $50,000 a year, forcing them to pay tremendous penalties simply because they couldn't afford government-ordered health plans. We repealed the core of the disastrous Obamacare.
Obama
is now
dude, his lips are dry.
Someone get the president a glass of water.
Yeah.
Obama.
Thanks to me, less Americans have health insurance.
Yes! Like Bernie. Bernie's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Stupid ass Obamacare.
Obama.
I'm glad someone finally did something about that Obamacare now.
Dude, he's got dry lips, dude. They're sticking in their teeth.
The business tax rate from 35% all the way down to 21%.
Yeah.
So American companies can compete and win against anyone else anywhere in the world.
Finally.
Because before that, we were just, we had no successful companies here, but now we will.
They're paying so much in taxes, TJ.
Are estimated to increase average family income by more than $4,000.
Wow.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of...
Trump
you wipe your ass with that, you fucking faggot.
That's half of one of my golf clubs, people. That's a lot of money.
A massive tax cut and can now deduct 20% of their business income. Here tonight are Steve Staub and Sandy Keplinger of Staub Manufacturing, a small, beautiful business in Ohio.
Beautiful business.
They've just finished.
Where do they dig these people up for Trump to suck their dick on national TV?
It's not hard, dude.
I mean, this is great filler content.
Yeah,
look at these.
The more I point out real Americans who live in the real American dream, the less I have to.
He was able to expand his business thanks to these tax cuts.
Because of tax reform, they are handing out raises, hiring an additional 14 people, and expanding into the building next door. Good feeling.
Trump really helped that
Trump
business.
did it, dude. Trump done it.
Trump brokered that deal himself. What a guy.
Corey Adams is also with us tonight.
Why are you making him sit on the stairs then?
All-American worker. He supported himself through high school, lost his job during the 2008 recession, and was later hired by Staub,
the Obama recession.
Shut up. A welder. Like many
now he has graduated to sitting on the steps at the State of the Union. Look how much better his life is.
Look, we found a black that I can compliment.
Yeah, we couldn't find a comfortable chair for him to sit in, but that's fine, right? The aisle is good.
Yeah, yay. He's a welder or some shit. Who cares?
Thanks to Trump.
He's also a fire hazard sitting in the fucking exit room.
Welder and fire hazard.
And he's a great welder.
Believe me, I know welders.
I know welding. He's the greatest welder of all time. I've never seen a welder like this. Let me tell you, folks.
Roughly 3 million workers have already gotten tax cut bonuses. Many of them,
where's my tax cut bonus?
Of dollars
3 million fucking workers, TJ.
More every month, every week.
3 million.
Apple has just announced it plans to invest.
I want to be one of the people at the State of the Union.
$350 billion.
We got an aisle seat for you, TJ.
I want Trump to be like
20,000 workers.
And let me tell you about this YouTuber. He's a piece of shit.
You'll be right in the exit row, TJ.
I don't know why he's here, but here he is.
That guy doesn't know how to clap. He's like clapping like this, like how clap? How clap? These fucking reptilians in Congress. So, TJ, Apple is going to invest, did you say $350 billion and you're still against Trump?
What does he have to do with what Apple's doing?
I'm sure.
It's just Trump's policies have led to this, TJ.
Ah, okay.
But you're still against Trump. Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to figure it out. Sorry.
Why don't you help me figure it out, Scotty?
Support Trump. That's all you need to know.
There has never been a better time to start living the American dream.
Never.
So to every citizen watching at home tonight, no matter where you've been or where you've come from.
Someone in the chat says wrong. It's 30 billion. He's literally wrong.
If you work hard,
is that surprising?
It's 350 billion. The president said it.
America,
fake news.
Then you can dream anything. You can be anything. And together, we can achieve absolutely anything.
So you're still selling that bullshit line? That's what they tell kids in school to make them pay attention.
Yeah. But you can be anything? Isn't Trump the one that said...
You can't be anything.
I know, but isn't he also the one that said you can't be transgendered and be in the military?
You can't be that. That's just one of the many things you can't be.
So just one example of how Trump is just being totally dishonest.
Not only dishonest, it's just simplistic.
What kind of
jingoistic nonsense. It's like the shit that they, like I said, it's the shit they tell you in second grade.
It's like a Tony Robbins book or something.
If you study hard, you can do anything.
You can be a doctor.
And one American family.
Maybe you're a retard. Maybe you can't be a doctor.
We all share the same home, the same heart, the same destiny.
Do I share Trump's house? We'll all share the same home. Okay, I'm gonna go move into fucking Trump's mansion, dude.
The same great American flag.
I love America. America's so good.
Let me tell you about America, folks. I love countries, and America's the best country.
Scotty, can you pass me that tobacco? I'm in dire need.
Oh, you need a tobacco break?
It kind of sucks to be one of the Democrats because you got to be very careful and strategic about what you're going to applaud and what you're not going to applaud.
Did you just say military? Oh, military.
And family, not government and bureaucracy, are the center of American life. The motto is "In God We Trust."
Oh, Paul, will you point that God? God up there, guys. He's up there. I'm trusting God up there.
That's where he's at?
You fucking retard.
Why haven't we looked up there and found him yet?
God, are you there?
Are you there, God? It's me, Donald.
And we celebrate our police, our military, and our amazing veterans as
dude.
heroes who deserve our total
military,
and unwavering support.
Military, welder.
We love.
Haven't you already done that by having everybody stand up and applaud that chick that was the first responder? Haven't we already done this military and cop worship?
Oh, dude, you have to do that at least 20 times in this
Especially if you're a Republican president. You got to really suck that military.
I love authority.
There's nothing I love more than authority figures.
Here tonight is Preston Sharp.
Oh,
a 12-year-old boy from Redding, California, who noticed that veterans' graves were not
that's not Barron, dude. That's some kid that actually gives a shit.
Oh, okay. Barron still doesn't care.
So they found some kid that actually gives a shit about things.
Oh, so Melania's sitting next to the kid. There we go.
We thought that was Barron for a while.
Oh, it kind of does look like him a little bit.
Well, we thought it was weird because he was smiling and looked interested in what was going on
job
around him.
well done.
But it's not Barron. It's somebody else's kid. That makes sense.
Good job. Clean off those fucking graves.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing to...
Well...
He's been running around cleaning up the graves of veterans.
Yeah, we should just pay someone to do this and respect them enough to do it already, but...
Little do they know this kid's been also desecrating those graves and stealing gold teeth.
Taking a shit on them and shit.
Young patriots like Preston teach all of us about our civic duty as Americans. And I met Preston a little while ago.
Like Trump knows. Isn't Trump the same guy that got a bunch of deferrals from having to do any military service?
Thank you very much for all you've done, Preston. Thank you very much.
Give me a break, Trump.
Preston, you're a god among men.
Good job, Preston.
I hope he has a good golfer on and praises his golfing. That'd be cool.
Look, his golfing is tremendous.
So is this just like, are we just, so basically we're going to just suck the military's dick.
Yep.
And point out random people that you think are good.
Yep.
For the national anthem.
Yeah, we stand for that
shit. Standing for the national anthem.
Now Sunday we're going to do the national anthem?
No, he's talking about how people need to stand for the national anthem.
I was really hoping, like, is Trump just in the middle of this just going to do the national anthem? Like,
people need to stand when the theme song of America plays.
That would have been brilliant. He would have been like, and to reinforce that, I'm going to have it played now, and I'd like everyone to please stand for our national anthem. And he'd force the Democrats to, like, make that decision.
Democrats, you better
love
stand.
Their country, and they deserve a government that shows them the same love and loyalty in return. For the last year, we have sought to restore the bonds of trust between our citizens and their government. Working with the Senate, we are appointing judges who will interpret the Constitution as written, including a great new Supreme Court justice and more circuit court judges.
You're going to interpret the Constitution as it's written.
In the history
what is that?
As opposed to what other way?
There is literally no other way. All that means is we're going to interpret it the way Republicans and conservatives interpret it.
No, I get that. It's just a weird way to phrase it.
Well, I mean, obviously they're saying like the true interpretation is our side's interpretation.
The way they usually phrase it is a strict
have taken
interpretation.
Historic actions to protect religious liberty.
Oh God, it's so under siege.
And he said he was defending our Second Amendment too.
Finally, religious liberty in this country is going to be a thing.
Yeah, the Second Amendment totally under
attack. For too long, Christians and other religions have been persecuted.
Not anymore, though. Not under Trump.
We are serving
no longer.
Our brave veterans, including giving our veterans choice in their health care decisions.
So, in other words, the government's not going to pay for their health care.
Yeah.
They have choice.
They got choice now.
They can choose not to get treated.
Oh my God, that was a slow unfolding standing O.
You're like, do we stand?
I guess we better stand for that one.
I don't know. I guess we'll stand.
Last year, Congress also passed, and I signed, the landmark VA Accountability Act.
Okay. Meaning? What does that do?
How do we have the Universal Health Care Act?
Since its passage, my administration has already removed more than 1,500 VA employees who failed to give our veterans the care they deserve. And we are hiring talented people who love our vets as much as we do.
We do.
Who is we?
They love our vets as much as we do.
So this guy does.
Who are the people that were hired there before? We just hired people that hated
people
vets?
that didn't love our vets.
People just walking off the street, they're like, want to work for the VA? Yeah, I guess.
Like under Obama, they would ask you, do you love our vets like we do? And if they said no, then they got hired.
My promise to them from the very beginning of this great journey.
Okay. Are we really going to clap for that empty shit? Sit down.
Yeah. All Americans deserve accountability and respect. And that's what we are giving to our wonderful
Is that what you're giving out on your Twitter where you call people fat and stupid every day? Like, what are you talking about?
He's holding them accountable.
Accountability. Is that what happens when you fire people that are investigating possible breaches of accountability on your part? Is that
with the authority to reward
good that old chestnut, Paul.
And to remove federal employees who undermine the public trust or fail the American people.
Just wonder what's going on in like Paul Ryan.
Wait a minute. Did he just say that he wants to remove public employees who fail the American people?
Yes.
I know one.
I got one that's on the top of my list.
In our drive to make Washington accountable, we have
eliminated. They're just looking at these fucking chodes behind him and like, look like they're daydreaming. Like,
in our drive to make Washington more accountable, I have fired more investigators trying to make Washington accountable than any president since Nixon. Stand up, clap for that. Yep.
Look, Paul, we're trying to shrink the size of this government. This federal government's just so bloated.
Yep. Especially the ones investigating my wrongdoings.
That's a coincidence.
Absolutely bloated.
I just want to say the military is good.
Ended the war on beautiful, clean coal.
What? Beautiful, clean coal.
Yeah, isn't he on record saying, yeah, you take the coal and you clean it? That's how he describes clean coal.
Has anyone ever here actually burned coal? There's nothing clean about burning coal.
We are now very proudly an exporter of energy to the world.
All right.
What does that have to do with you? Did Trump find the shale fucking reserves?
In Detroit, I halted government
Sounds like you're starting to jump aboard the Trump hate wagon there, Scotty.
Beautiful.
Aren't you just criticizing me?
So that we can get
what are you talking about,
Motor City revving its engines again. And that's what's happening.
Trump done it.
Trump.
Motor City's revving those engines.
Trump.
Better stand again.
TJ like Trump.
TJ support Trump. He good.
Many
we
car
need a military made up entirely of clean coal.
Plants in the United States, something we haven't seen for decades. Chrysler is moving a major plant from Mexico to Michigan. Toyota and Mazda are opening up a plant in Alabama, a big one.
Alabama.
And we haven't seen this in a long time.
We're coming back. Man. It's getting sticky in that mouth.
I mean, I'm pretty sure auto manufacturing plants opened in America before Trump.
No.
Never happened.
Well, maybe in like the 1950s when things were good. But
yeah, back in the good old days.
In the good old days.
Not for a while, though.
Very soon, auto plants and other plants will be opening up all over our country.
The reason that these plants moved to Mexico is because they could exploit those people, and they couldn't exploit them here because there was too many regulations. All you did was get rid of those regulations so that workers could be exploited. So fuck you for acting like that's a victory.
No, that's a total victory.
I like when Trump says plants, though. I think he imagines like them planting a bunch of like fucking trees where cars will just grow off them. Look, that's a fucking car plant right there.
Yep, better stand.
Time to stand and clap again, you empty-headed fucking twats.
Yeah, keep standing there, Sessions. Your head's on the chopping block and has been for a while.
You know, I wish we could just watch Nancy Pelosi's reaction. I just want to see her chewing her cud the whole fucking time.
Generic drugs. Last year, the FDA approved more new and generic drugs and medical devices than ever before in our country's history.
Well,
once again, what is the connection with you?
Yeah, and how is it necessarily good?
You brokered that deal.
Yeah, I mean,
what if they haven't thoroughly vetted?
Yeah, what if all you did was lower the standards to the point where a bunch of shit that shouldn't be admitted is getting admitted?
We also believe that patients with terminal conditions, terminal illness, should have access to experimental treatment immediately.
Fuck that. Access to clean coal.
Could potentially save their lives.
Yeah, put clean coal in their lungs.
People who are terminally ill should not have to go from country to country.
How about giving them the right to fucking end their lives?
I want to
How about
give
that
them
basic
a chance.
fucking step of human decency?
Here at home, it's time for Congress to give
So
these
basically, you want to fucking try a bunch of crazy experimental treatments on people who are terminally ill.
They're gonna die anyways, TJ.
Look, let's use
Good
them
deal.
as basically
Good
he's
deal.
saying, like, let's use them as test subjects for unproven treatments.
Good deal. It's experimental. It's a good deal.
I mean, I guess there is a logic in that.
There is, TJ.
I don't think the way he framed it is quite the way.
Okay, let's say you had some crazy cancer and there's some experimental treatment. And you're gonna die anyways.
Yeah.
You wouldn't try it?
Sure.
The price
there you go, TJ. You agree with Trump.
prescription drugs.
I just said I didn't disagree
You
with that.
agree with Trump.
So
you support Trump now?
Yes. You know, he won me over with that. I kind of agreed with that, so now I'm a Trump supporter for life.
In many other countries, these drugs cost far less.
How about the experimental treatment for depression and anxiety that is marijuana? Could you just legalize that nationally?
Since not even really all that experimental.
Yeah, I mean, the results are kind of proven, but, you know.
The injustice of high drug prices, one of my top priorities.
I would like some lower drug prices.
Yeah, I'm with this.
Yeah, lower the price of weed.
Breaking the fucking big pharma hold on these patents and making generics available. I mean, that is a big part of making things affordable.
Well, how about the U.S. government actually want to negotiate the drug prices instead of being prohibited by law from doing so?
I thought he was talking about a different kind of drugs.
Oh no.
America has also finally turned.
I thought I was going to go buy heroin for $5.
Unfair trade deals that sacrificed our prosperity and shipped away our companies, our jobs, and our wealth. Our nation has lost.
What was with that weird pause?
Wealth, but we're getting it back so fast. The era of economic surrender is totally over. From now on, we expect trading relationships to be fair and, very importantly, reciprocal.
Whoa,
dude! Trump.
That's the biggest word I've ever seen
Trump
used.
is gonna fucking make sure these fucking deals are reciprocal, TJ.
That's a 4-syllable word.
Reciprocal.
But most importantly, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Reciprocal. I did it.
New ones, and they'll be
fucked up Obama, but nailed reciprocal.
And we will protect American workers and American intellectual property through strong enforcement of our trade rules.
Yeah, you know, I gotta be honest with you. I'm fine with like lopsided trade deals being broken up and shit. That's
also who the fuck doesn't want that?
Our crumbling.
That's why I'm not really saying anything, except I'm making fun of his general demeanor.
Well, it depends though, because if Trump puts in a bunch of protectionist policies, those policies are obviously going to be. You know, the countries you're trading with are going to enact the same policies.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the trade deals can't be totally lopsided and unfair, but there has to be some sort of balance to that, I would say.
We built the Empire State Building in just 1 year. Isn't it a disgrace that it can now take 10 years just to get a minor permit approved for the building of a simple road?
Well, that's contingent.
Roads are not really that simple, dude.
Yeah, it's contingent upon where you're building the road.
Who owns the land?
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that come into play.
I'm asking both parties to come together to give us safe, fast, reliable, and modern infrastructure that our economy needs and our people deserve.
All right.
Okay, no real objection to that.
Yeah, I mean...
Roads are simple.
I guess Nancy Pelosi doesn't like infrastructure.
You just take some asphalt and a couple guys with a shovel, you lay down a road. What could be more simple?
Do it.
I mean, whether it happens or not,
build that fucking road
remains to be seen.
Produce a bill that generates at least $1.5 trillion for the new infrastructure investment that our country so desperately needs.
Okay.
Every federal dollar.
How did he say he was going to do it?
Leveraged by partnering with state and local governments, and where appropriate, tapping into private sector investment to permanently fix
we're going to build toll roads and bridges and shit.
Deficit, and we can do it.
All right, so basically his infrastructure plan is funnel more money to the super rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take all this public infrastructure maintenance stuff, turn it over to private companies.
There you go.
That'll fix it.
On the taxpayer's dime. Boom.
Must also streamline the permitting and approval process, getting it down to no more than 2 years.
So make it easier for the super rich to build these roads, these toll roads. Wonderful.
Together, we can reclaim our great building heritage.
Someone in the chat just said, TJ, you need to switch to clean cigarettes.
Yeah.
With micronite filters.
Look, I'm smoking beautiful, clean cigarettes.
Roads, bridges,
American-made.
The kinds that cure lung cancer.
All across our land. And we will do it with American heart, and American hands, and American grit.
Grit.
With the grit.
Grit. Trump good.
American grit.
We want every American to know the dignity of a hard day's work. We want every child to be safe in their home at night.
You golfing fat motherfucker that's never worked a day in his life. Please shut up.
We can lift our
Paul,
citizens
Trump knows hard
from
work.
welfare to
He's
work,
worked so hard his whole life.
The back nine at Mar-a-Lago is one of the hardest fucking... tell me that's not hard work.
It's brutal, Paul.
You've never played a more grueling back nine at a fucking resplendent golf resort.
The 16th hole, Paul.
Oh, my God. Don't even talk to me about Mar-a-Lago 16.
That sand trap, Paul, it gets you every time.
You know a hard day's work digging out of that sand trap, you know?
Oh, boy.
Create new jobs. Let's invest in workforce development, and let's invest in job training, which we need so badly.
Yeah. Let me toss out a bunch of really broad, nebulous terms.
We need to train people to do jobs.
Time for another standing O for the president.
Let's open great vocational schools so our
private vocational schools,
can learn
especially,
a craft and realize their full potential.
Absolutely. Let's get some private vocational schools open.
And the best part is they'll get federally backed loans.
Yep.
And let's support
taxpayer-backed
loans by supporting family leave.
Family leave, okay.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with family leave. He keeps like pointing at the Democrats. Like, are you going to stand for family leave?
Family leave.
I mean, they'd kind of be hypocrites if they did. That's why it's hard to be a fucking opposition party at one of these things.
That is why this year,
because when he says things you do like, it's kind of like a challenge. Like, do you not clap because you hate this son of a bitch, or do you clap because
get a second chance at life?
Who gets a second chance at life?
Somebody.
I guess I should have been listening.
Tuned out, TJ.
I was more in love with the sound of my own voice than listening to our beloved leader.
Struggling communities, especially immigrant communities, will also be helped by immigration policies that focus on the best interests of American workers and American families. For decades, open borders have allowed drugs and gangs to pour into
you can stop the gangs, but can you keep the drug flow
They've allowed
going?
millions of low-wage workers to compete for jobs
I'm okay with the drugs.
and wages against the poorest Americans. Most tragically, they have caused the loss of many innocent lives. Here tonight are two fathers and two mothers.
The fucking opioid crisis.
Freddie Cuevas.
Those legal fucking drugs that were allowed to be sold by every fucking pharmacy in America.
Their two teenage daughters, Kayla Cuevas and Nisa Mickens, were close friends on Long Island. But in September 2016, on the eve of Nisa's 16th birthday, such a happy time it should have been, neither of them came home. These two precious girls were brutally murdered while walking together
by a gang
in their hometown.
By illegal immigrants.
6 members of the savage MS-13 gang have
and
been
illegal.
charged with Kayla and Nisa's murders. Many of these gang members took advantage of glaring loopholes in our laws to enter the country as illegal,
God, this is just despicable by Trump.
alien minors.
Let's take these sad, grieving families and put them in the spotlight, just so people can look. Yeah, see, these gangs are horrible. Yeah, these gangs are fucking horrible.
Elizabeth, Freddie, and Robert.
It's just totally exploiting the tragedy of these people's lives.
This chamber is praying for you.
That's what he do.
Everyone in America is grieving for you. Please stand. Thank you very much.
Please stand.
Whoa.
Please stand for their what?
Yeah. Please stand to be grieved for. All right, that's enough grieving.
Real sad.
Yes. Your grief is beautiful.
Your grief got a standing ovation.
Good job being grieving.
That should heal
All right,
some wounds.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. To turn people against the Spicks, we'll put a couple niggas out there and we'll clap.
Whoa, whoa, TJ.
Whoa.
TJ, I think I'm gonna mute your mic, buddy. You fucking racist piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm the racist. He's the one using those fucking props.
The word you just used is offensive, TJ, and not acceptable. There's no place on the site, TJ.
Suck my dick.
TJ, please do not use that language. Many are offended.
What
by
a
that
disgusting
I want
display.
you to know
It
that
is. It's truly insipid,
320
dude.
million hearts are right now breaking for you. We love you. Thank you.
God, you're disgusting, dude. That's so disgusting.
Just stop it with your fucking bullshit, man.
Well, we cannot imagine the depths of that kind of sorrow. We can make sure that other families never have to endure this kind of pain.
Bullshit.
Tonight, I am
What?
calling
How?
on Congress
No
to
no
finally
policy that you
close
enact in
the
your
deadly
possible
loopholes
7
that
more
allow
years as president is going to
MS-13
stop
and other
families from
criminal
having to
gangs
endure
work into our
tragedy,
country.
Trump.
Yeah.
You can't promise
We have
that.
Okay, you said they're
proposed
illegal
legislation
immigrants, so they
that
broke the
will
law
fix
right
our
by coming here.
immigration
So
laws
if they're
and
gang
support our
members, they don't give a
ICE
shit about
and
laws to
Border
begin
Patrol
with.
agents. These are great
Yeah.
people.
They're
These
gangs.
are
They don't
great,
fucking care.
great
They're
people
selling drugs or
that
whatever.
work so
They don't give a
hard
shit.
in the
That's why we
midst
need
of
the
such
wall.
danger.
The wall's not going to do
So
anything.
that
They'll just
this
fucking go around the
can never
wall.
happen again.
Or over it. Or under it.
They'll just go around it, dude. They'll just fucking use ships and go right around the fucking thing.
Like you're saying that you want to
They'll
make
fly
sure
into our
that something like
country.
that's never going to happen again. That's just that's not an attainable goal, my friend. You can't sell
What about
that
all
to
the
people.
fucking gangs that are born in America?
Most of them.
The United States
I
is
don't know,
a
dude.
Like how many
passionate
like
nation.
there's last I checked there's murderers
that
that
we
are
do
natural
more
born
than
citizens of
any
this
other
fucking
Yeah,
country.
of every country.
Anywhere in the world.
It's unrealistic to go in any
to help
country.
the needy, the struggling, and the underprivileged all over the world. But as President of the United States, my highest loyalty, my greatest
It's to big
compassion,
business.
my constant concern
Yeah.
is for America's children, America's struggling workers, and America's forgotten
America first,
communities.
TJ.
When I'm
want
pulling
our
my
youth
sweaty white
grow up
polo shirt
to
off of my
achieve
body at the
great
back
things.
16 in
I want
Mar-a-Lago,
our
I'm thinking
poor
about the
to have
children of
their
America as I
chance to
put that
rise.
fucking thing in.
So tonight, I am extending an
Every
open
time I make a
hand
birdie,
to work
I
with
think about the
members of
children.
both parties,
American children.
Democrats
Dumb
and
fuck.
Republicans, to protect our
This
citizens.
is way more
of
insipid
every
than I thought it was going to be.
background,
Oh, it's just
color,
total pap,
religion,
dude.
and creed.
Just a totally disgusting fucking speech.
I'm sorry, every policy you've talked about has been a gift-wrapped gift to big business. You don't give a shit about the poor children of America, you orange fuck.
My
If
duty
you actually
His
cared,
constant
if
concern.
you actually
Sacred
fucking
duty
cared about them, your policies
every
would reflect
elected
that.
official in this
It's
chamber
fucking pretty obvious
is
He cares about
whose
his
side
Americans.
you're on.
He cares about his
to
own
protect
children and
their
their
safety,
American
their
children,
families,
TJ. So there you
their
go.
communities,
I mean, if you're the fucking child of
their
a
right
rich
to the
CEO, I guess
American
Trump
dream.
gives a shit about you.
Yeah, there you go.
Americans are dreamers too.
Americans are dream. So we'll dig at the DACA Act.
Yeah. Someone throw a fucking tomato at this prick.
Very big dream.
Real Americans are dreamers too.
Very, very big, Paul. They're the
When
biggest.
someone threw a shoe at Trump, it's time someone threw a
Here
fucking shoe
tonight
at this
is
Something
one
tells me he
leader
wouldn't be as good
in
at
the
dodging.
effort
I mean,
to
Let's
defend
test
our
his
country.
reflexes.
You mean throw a shoe at
Homeland
Bush?
Yeah.
Security
Whatever, it's all the same to me
Investigation
now.
Special Agent Celestino Martinez. He goes by DJ, and CJ.
DJ. It's DJ.
He goes by DJ.
Sir, 15 years.
Well, now I have a vague idea.
You got reciprocal out, but you can't get DJ out? What the fuck is wrong with this man?
Oh, it was CJ.
Oh, what?
Oh, it's a CJ. Look at his face. He's like, that's not my name, asshole.
He said DJ, dude.
It's
MS-13
DJ.
leaders ordered
Holy shit.
CJ's
He goes by DJ.
murder, and they wanted it to happen
DJ.
quickly. But he did
It's
not
not even his
cave
name. That's how much
to
Trump
threats
really gives
or
a
to
shit.
fear.
Can't even get the fucking name right.
Yeah, it just proves he doesn't know any of these fucking people. They've all been fucking brought in without his fucking consent, without anything to do with him.
Including more than 220 MS-13 gang members.
Really? We're still on this?
Yeah, because Trump has really shut down MS-13,
we
man.
have sent thousands and thousands and thousands of MS-13 horrible people out of this country or into our prisons. So I just want to congratulate
Into our
you,
private
CJ.
prisons.
You're a brave guy. Thank
To
you
enrich
very
our
much.
corporations even further.
You know what? We need to go all fucking Philippines on this MS-13 shit.
That guy's kind of like,
Kill them all!
I mean, the president
Kill
talked
them all!
about me, but he got my name wrong, so...
TJ, I have the solution, dude. Just fucking kill them all.
He's got that look on his face like, this guy really doesn't give a shit about me. He didn't even say my name
I'm
right.
kind of embarrassed.
Yeah, he's like, it's
And I asked
CJ.
CJ,
Mr. President.
what's the secret?
All right, he said CJ that time.
We're
He
just
said
tougher
DJ
than
the
they
first
are,
time.
and I like that answer.
I guess he misread the teleprompter.
Once again, he gets an aisle seat.
Now let's get Congress to stand you and
Stand?
all of the
Stand.
people in
Let's
this
stand.
great chamber have to do it. We have no choice. CJ, we're going to send you reinforcements, and we're going to send them to you quickly. It's what you need.
We're not even going to train
Why haven't you done it yet?
They don't need
What's been the
training.
holdup up until this point for you to get him some reinforcements?
We're going to send some rednecks with some M16s. You'll be fine.
An immigration reform package. In recent months, my administration has met extensively with both Democrats and Republicans to craft a bipartisan approach to immigration reform.
Chuck Schumer just looks like a villain, dude. He looks like a super villain, just like...
With a detailed proposal that should be supported.
That's one Jewish motherfucker.
By both parties
oh, come on, TJ.
Whoa, TJ, you fucking
one where
racist,
nobody
dude.
gets everything they want.
Oh, he is.
But where our country
You're a fucking racist there,
gets
TJ.
For
the
pointing out a
critical
person's ethnicity, I'm
reforms
racist.
It needs
Yes.
and must have.
Okay.
You shouldn't even notice that, TJ.
I want Paul Ryan to fucking rip off his suit to reveal nipple clamps and just go wild.
That would be pretty amazing.
Start stripping for Trump or something.
Here are the four
When he starts
pillars
rubbing his
of our
nipples
plan.
like, Trump.
First
Trump.
pillar
Oh,
of our
God, Emperor
generously
Trump.
offers a path to citizenship for 1.8 million illegal immigrants who were brought here by their parents at a young age. That covers almost 3 times more people than the previous administration covered.
Why are the Democrats clapping?
Under our plan, those who meet education and work requirements and show good moral character will be able to become full citizens of the United States over a 12-year period.
In a mere 12 years. It's beautiful.
And yet the Democrats aren't even clapping. A path to citizenship for these fucking poor DACA people.
Fully secures the border.
Fully secured border. Obviously, Democrats are in favor of that. They want an insecure, volatile border.
Their voting base crosses that border illegally constantly.
There's no fucking possible way to completely secure the border.
No. They did it.
Oh,
it's done.
They've
That
done it.
means building a great wall on the southern border, and it means hiring more heroes like CJ
the Great Wall of America.
Our communities safe.
Giant fucking useless boondoggle of a wall.
God.
Yeah, everybody clap.
Please clap.
That woman looked like she was about to weep from joy. What was that?
Crucially, our plan closes
Trump is so
the
beautiful.
terrible loopholes exploited by criminals and terrorists to enter our country.
Criminals.
And it finally ends
Criminals and
the
Tom.
horrible and dangerous practice of catch and release.
Yeah. Done.
God give relief.
The third pillar ends the visa lottery, a program that randomly hands out green cards without any regard for skill, merit, or the safety of American people.
I love how immigrants are held to this standard of like, you gotta meet the merits to deserve being American. But the people of our own country, we could be totally like, any fucking person that's born here can be a total piece of shit. No one cares about that. But if you want to come here from somewhere else, you got to be like this fucking saint.
Well, I will say a lot of countries do that, though.
To our society,
I mean, isn't part of coming here part of the American dream of an immigrant coming here to get those skills? Because a lot of people come from places where you can't become a skilled person. Well, there aren't those resources, so you come to a place where you can get that kind of training.
Shut up, you fucking communist.
You know what, Paul? You just fucking hate American workers.
The fourth and final pillar protects the nuclear family by ending chain migration.
Yep.
Yeah.
End it.
Okay.
Break the chain.
No more Mexican.
Break the cycle. Destroy anchor babies.
We have enough Mexican restaurants. The rest of you are not needed.
Can bring in virtually unlimited numbers.
If the burrito supply starts to suffer, we'll let some new ones in.
Under our plan, we focus on the immediate family by limiting sponsorships to spouses and minor children.
A sensible proposal.
What was getting booed?
Because he said that people, under the current rules, people could bring in virtually unlimited members of their extended family, which is totally untrue.
And for the future.
So they're just booing because he's a lying sack of shit? Okay.
In recent weeks,
why weren't they booing the whole time then?
In New York,
well, they have to boo the entire speech, pretty much.
By the visa lottery.
I'm okay with
that. They're saving their booze.
Boo!
They're saving their booze for the especially egregious shit, I guess.
Risks we can just no longer afford. It's time to reform.
Nope, gotta pause for a fucking ovation.
These outdated immigration rules and finally bring our immigration system into the 21st century.
So, TJ, you just want unfettered, unrestrained immigration, correct?
I don't even want there to be countries.
These four pillars represent a down-the-middle compromise.
Tear down the borders, man.
And one
I don't believe in any country.
Safe,
fuck these arbitrary borders.
You don't believe in the country, TJ, even though you live in one.
I want to. Well, I mean, what choice do I have on that?
Has
tried
I want there to be a one-world government with me as the emperor.
This Congress.
It's pretty simple.
So you're insane. Okay.
That finally.
You're crazy, TJ.
I mean, I'm definitely a little crazy.
Most importantly,
as you try to fucking twirl your fucking little mustache there.
I am your emperor now.
I am Emperor TJ. I am wonderful and tremendous.
My whim is law.
Yeah, that's a terrifying thought.
It is. Even for me,
it is pretty horrifying.
All McDonald's must be open 27 hours a day. But, sir, there's only 24 hours. Nonsense!
So let's come together.
You'll fucking feel differently when you see my first State of the Planet address, dude.
Get the job done.
Get the fucking
job done, dude. Get the job done.
Oh, you guys are still paying attention to this? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I better too.
To the terrible crisis of opioid and drug addiction. Never
you guys were saying, is he going to address that? He just did.
There we go.
It is terrible. We have to do something about it.
Like what?
In 2016.
Well, you just made it.
Hold on, he's going to say what he's going to do.
64,000 Americans to drug overdoses.
Okay.
174 deaths per day.
He's not going to say what he's going to do, is he?
No. We must get much tougher on drug dealers and pushers if we are going to succeed.
What?
Yeah.
Hold
so
on.
Pharmaceutical companies.
Hold on. We actually. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually having to pause this. That's the dumbest shit he's ever said.
That is the stupidest thing that's ever come out of his mouth.
That is the stupidest fucking thing this moron who says stupid things for a living has ever fucking said.
The drug pushers are not making fentanyl.
This is doctors, and this is the fucking pharmaceutical industry. This is not drug pushers on the street.
Which claimed to doctors and claimed to patients that these opioids were not addictive.
Yeah, he one of the centerpieces of his speech earlier was him talking about how he's going to make it easier for drug manufacturers to make these drugs and get them to people.
Well, yeah, it's because people got hooked on them because they just gave this shit out like to anyone that said, "Oh, I've got my shoulder hurts." Okay, here you go. And now it's these have all these restrictions. They made it so tough to get these pain pills now. So now people are turning to heroin in these black markets and dying from fentanyl overdoses.
Trump just said he was going to put less restrictions on those companies. So
I don't know,
dump
dude.
more money into law enforcement.
It's drug dealers.
Continue the policy of the failed war on drugs and spend a bunch of money and expand police powers to go after the people that are acting as middlemen, taking this dangerous opioid from fucking drug companies and reselling it. Okay.
Well, let's say the truth is it's a fucking war on human nature. It's not a war on drugs. It's a war on fucking an activity that people have been doing since they were able to ever fucking do it. It's like you want to fuck with your mind. You want to alter the way your body feels. People have been doing this since there's been fucking any use for drugs. I mean, there's even animals that are not even like what is it? There's like animals that will get fucking eat like fermented fruit and shit. I mean, animals like to get fucked up. It's just pretty much any animal with any intelligence that can have that sort of experience wants to have it.
Who wouldn't?
So it's like by trying to prohibit drugs in this way, it doesn't fucking work. The desire is always going to be there.
So anyway, his solution is more. We're gonna fucking
more heavy-handed enforcement.
Yeah, we're gonna make drugs more illegal.
It is a health problem.
If history has shown one thing, prohibition is the answer.
Yep. It works.
It's a mental health
retard
and a physical health problem. It's a health crisis. It's not a fucking drug problem.
All these motherfuckers standing are pieces of shit.
Well, they're empty fucking corporate bought suits, so what do you expect?
My administration is committed to fighting the drug epidemic.
That should have been the line that got booed. What a piece of fucking garbage.
For those in need, for those who have been so terribly hurt. The struggle will be long and it will be difficult, but
let's help them by putting them in jail.
Always do. In the end, we will succeed. We will prevail.
Yeah, we've locked up people for doing drugs for fucking decades. It doesn't fucking work.
You're not. Yeah, the failed policy is not going to suddenly work because you're golfing 180 days a year. It's just not going to happen.
It's like we've tried this shit. It doesn't work. Let's try something else.
As we have seen tonight, the most difficult challenges bring out the best in America.
No.
We see
I've seen the opposite of that tonight. You twat.
In the story of the Holetz family of New Mexico.
Oh, God. Here we go. Another one of these.
Brian Holetz is 27 years old, an officer with the Albuquerque Police Department. He's here tonight with
one of the most
wife,
corrupt and
Rebecca.
violent police departments in America.
Boo! He's here tonight because he adopted a newborn baby that's addicted to opioids.
What a fucking hero.
What a fucking saint. Thank you.
Thanks, Officer Douchebag.
Well, that was a good deed still.
I don't
know. A lot of good deeds happen, and they're not out here.
No, I'm not saying
his particular good
deed. I'm not saying there's any place in the State of the Union, but there actually is a precedent for doing this shit. But I will say that
he probably did that because he felt guilty for smashing one too many fucking people's heads.
Well, you have no proof of that.
She told him she didn't know.
He comes from one of the most corrupt police departments in a fucking
Well, that still doesn't prove anything, though.
It proves he's part of a corrupt system.
That proves that, but it doesn't prove that he actually himself did anything wrong. Maybe he's an honest cop, TJ.
Well, then he's looking the other way.
Yep. Even the honest cops are fucking indicted in these shitty police departments.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, honest cop is an oxy fucking moron.
Yeah, an honest cop would no longer be a cop because they quit.
You're a belligerent piece of shit, TJ.
Well, I'm not going to deny that.
If I was a cop working at a fucking police department where people were getting their fucking heads stomped for no reason, I would go to the fucking management and try and change it, and if they didn't change it, I'd quit. That's because I'd be an honest cop.
He's fighting the corruption from within, Paul.
As long as he's wearing that badge, he ain't honest.
He's honest, Paul.
He's fucking towing the line for his shitty fucking
Look, he adopted that
fellow policeman.
He adopted that baby, Paul.
Yeah, good for him.
That was a good deed, Paul.
As far as I'm concerned, his karmic balance is now 25% closer to halfway there.
Curmudgeons, TJ and Paul.
We just don't like cops.
Don't even like... What about the baby, TJ? Do you hate the baby, too?
No, I don't hate the baby.
The little crack baby hasn't done anything wrong.
I mean, I hope it doesn't grow up to be a fucking cop.
Yeah, I
can put it that way.
That's true.
TJ is jerking off.
He is. Stop it, TJ. Stop. That's disgusting.
If I was jerking off, it looked more like this.
Are you jerking off to Trump, or who are you jerking off to? Or you have something else on a different screen.
And rivals like China and Russia.
I'm just showing if my hand is here jerking off my dick, it looks like this.
We're talking about Russia.
Our values.
Maybe like this.
In confronting these horrible dangers, we know that weakness is the surest path to conflict, and unmatched power is the surest means to our true and great defense.
So more military jingoism.
I am asking Congress to end the dangerous defense sequester and fully fund our great military.
Fund the military. Give me a fucking break.
The military doesn't have enough money
Totally
yet.
unfunded. Totally underfunded. They barely get any money.
How about you? I mean, look, if you want to, why don't you just fucking stop wasting money on fucking projects that go nowhere and use that to fund
because that would stop funneling billions of dollars into the military-industrial complex. TJ,
we must modernize
and then the people that presided over the election of this orange buffoon would be unhappy.
Never having to use it, but making it so strong and so powerful that it will deter any acts of aggression by any other nation or anyone else.
That does not work. The Cold War was a good thing. Yep, this constant buildup, this arms race ensures that peace and stability for all.
I don't know if you guys noticed those military guys were not clapping at that.
Well, they have to remain neutral. They're like judges. They don't do the clapping shit.
Okay, they just got to be like.
So it said in last year in 26. Oh, not last year, but in 2016, the U.S. spent $611 billion on the military.
Pitifully low number. Pitifully low.
Yeah. So, but our military.
Our poor, weak military.
Last year, I also pledged that we would work with our allies to extinguish ISIS. From the face of the earth.
ISIS.
1 year later, I am proud to report
it's gone.
That the coalition to defeat ISIS has liberated very close to 100% of the territory just recently held by these killers in Iraq and in Syria. And in
so guess what, guys?
Well.
There's no more problem there.
Yep.
The Middle East is now a peaceful region.
It's all, you know what? Israel and Palestine, friends. ISIS is gone. Saudi Arabia, human rights champion. You know, Yemen is now a paradise that people go and visit and vacation to. Yep. Everything's wonderful now.
The war on terror is over, man. Trump won it.
Trump won.
But there is much more work to be done.
Oh.
We will continue our fight until ISIS is defeated.
Did you just say they were defeated?
Staff Sergeant Justin
you said that you got like 100% of the territory.
So where are they then?
What's another one of these?
Justin and his comrade.
All right, I don't know, maybe at this point in the speech, I just hate anyone he points to. Any one of these people he's using as a prop, I don't like them. I don't care what they've done. I don't care if they fucking...
I just hate him for doing it.
Stopped an orphanage of fucking children from burning down.
Obnoxious YouTuber TJ Kirk demonstrates the true innovation driving the new economy in America.
Immediately, Justin bounded into the booby-trapped and unbelievably dangerous.
Would you invent a gun, TJ? Would you invent a little fucking...
I would MacGyver a gun out of things on my desk with which to shoot myself.
That's a better way to describe it. You'd MacGyver a gun and kill yourself.
And inserted a tube to reopen an airway. He then performed CPR for 20 straight minutes during the ground transport.
So this is like the, I haven't done anything all that electrifying, so here's a bunch of people that have done really heroic things.
2.5 hours.
And I'm going to take responsibility for the heroic things that they've done. because they wouldn't have happened under any other administration. This dude would not have. If Obama was president, this dude would have been like, nah, I'm not going to insert that tube into his lung. In fact, he probably wouldn't even have been funded enough to have that tube to insert.
He probably would have fucking just said, like, Obama's president. There's no point in. He might as well just let him die if he's going to live in America. Obama is leader.
My leader doesn't value life.
We didn't have enough funding for the tube.
Staff Sergeant.
All you get is one Band-Aid.
All of America salutes you.
It's generic, too.
Yep, definitely wouldn't have put that tube in his lung if Obama was still in power. Wouldn't have done it.
You wouldn't want to live in this Obama world anyways.
Excuse me, I believe it's pronounced Opama.
Oh, Opama.
Opamacare.
It's pronounced Opama, guys.
Opamacare.
Those lips are dry, dude.
You know what would suck if you were the president giving a State of the Union and you suddenly had to piss?
Dude, that would be rough.
Oh, shit, dude.
What if it happened just as you went up to the podium?
I wonder if they've got like a little urinal behind that podium so you can just kind of nonchalantly unzip and pull your Palooza out and nobody notices.
I mean, Trump is the president. He could probably just take a leak in front of everybody. He could just be like, I'm president.
If I was Trump, I would just walk up to Nancy Pelosi and piss in her face.
That'd be awesome, dude.
You know what? Her fucking expression wouldn't change.
Hospitals are evil. When possible, we have no choice but to annihilate them. When necessary, we must be able to annihilate them and question them. But we must be clear.
They must be annihilated.
Terrorists are not merely criminals. They are unlawful enemy combatants.
Okay.
They're bad.
He's just asserting his power to not give them due process.
Yeah, basically kill them without trial. Yeah. Well, of course.
Look, we can do anything we want to them without trial and charge.
Enemy combatants, just kill them, annihilate them. They have no rights. They're dead. That's it.
They have a new designation of humanity. Unlawful enemy combatant.
Like the terrorists,
means you don't have to treat them like a human being.
In the past, we have foolishly released hundreds and hundreds of dangerous terrorists.
We should have killed them.
We should have kept them forever in our fucking gulags where they never get a chance to face their accusers, never get a chance to defend themselves. God, how stupid are we for not just keeping a generation of people in a gulag?
Just because we didn't have enough evidence to convict them of any crime doesn't mean we shouldn't be able to hold them indefinitely.
We found a way around that, TJ. Now we just kill them.
Throw them in the oubliette.
Well, if they're dead, they don't need to have a trial anyways. If you kill someone and they're dead, there's no need for a trial.
Someone in the chat pointed out something. Okay. Is there such a thing as a lawful enemy combatant?
Yes.
I guess there probably is.
The terrorists are unlawful ones.
Okay.
In a war,
maybe it's
you're a lawful enemy combatant.
Yeah, maybe it's like two nations or declaration of war from a nation.
And to keep open
the
there you go,
chat.
Facilities in Guantanamo Bay.
Obama said he was going to close right away. Good job, Obama.
We're keeping our prototype gulag open.
Yeah, the gulag is working well.
In the fight against ISIS and Al-Qaeda, we continue to have all necessary power to detain terrorists wherever we
and torture the shit out of them for really, really faulty information, which we then use to abduct several more people and torture them. We want that to continue. Okay. And it's working well.
And we will continue to spy on everyone.
At the same time,
shut it down.
As of a few months ago, our warriors in Afghanistan have new rules of engagement.
Kill them all.
Kill them.
Look,
kill on
annihilate.
Sight. You see a turban, start firing.
Or send them to the gulag.
Heroic Afghan partners, our military is no longer undermined by artificial timelines, and we no longer tell
endless wars,
our plans.
Endless conflict,
endless fucking grinding human misery. Yes,
so
stand for it.
Can reign supreme, and accountability can
occur.
What
is this?
The fuck is this
Don't
shit?
expect to hear
what happened?
anything about that from the president tonight. He
Did you
will
skip
highlight
ahead?
What the White
I think it just went ahead to like. Because remember we paused at that one time?
Oh, it caught up. So it looks like it's drawing to a close then.
Let's see. Let's see if we can finally roll.
Yeah, unfortunately,
this vital reform is necessary not just for our economy, but for our security and for the future of America.
I'm going to go ahead and give this a thumbs down.
In recent weeks, 2 terrorist attacks in New York were made possible by the visa lottery and chain migration.
There you go.
In the age of terrorism, these programs present risks we can just no longer afford. It's time
Every brown person is a potential terrorist.
Gotta ban them.
Keep them out.
These
gotta ban them all.
Immigration
Terrorists.
President Trump.
Finally bring our immigration system into the 21st century.
Yeah.
Got this 18th century immigration system hasn't been working for us.
I think we definitely saw this part.
Did we?
These 4 pillars represent.
Yeah, we did.
The 4 pillars of power.
Maybe that's right at the end.
Let's see.
It's like he's taking his victory lap.
You. Clap, you.
You gonna clap there, Dems?
But there is much more work to be done.
Right, this is kind of around where we were.
Fight until ISIS is defeated. Army, staff
man, he has trouble with them fake teeth. Them fake choppers are blocking a lot of this.
ISIS. Oh, we saw this dude. Skip ahead more. We saw this guy.
There's not really much more left here.
Oh,
we continue to have all necessary power to detain terrorists wherever we chase them down. Wherever we find them.
Down.
In many cases.
The teleprompter was stuck for a second.
Down.
Guantanamo Bay.
All right.
Guantanamo
Bay.
Guantanamo Bay.
At the same time, as of a few months ago, our warriors in Afghanistan have new rules of engagement.
This is the kill them all rules of engagement.
Murder them all.
Along with their heroic Afghan partners, our military is no longer undermined by artificial timelines. And
when were they ever? We've been at war with the same country since Bush was president.
I mean, he's talking about like how Obama was trying to say like.
What are you fucking talking about?
He's talking about how Obama tried to set those like, okay, major operations are over on this date, and we're gonna bring home this many troops by this date.
A failure date.
No more of that.
A failure date.
Didn't this guy, when he was running, talk about how Iraq was a debacle?
A failure date, TJ.
By the U.S. Senate just months before, I recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
Which it is, TJ.
Okay.
It is the capital.
Look at that. Why do they fucking pan to the Jew?
He's a Jew.
He's a Jew.
They're like, look.
Show Schumer. I want to see if he's clapping.
Yeah, show me Schumer, dude.
These camera operators don't know what's what.
Shortly afterwards, dozens of countries.
Show me what Watto's doing.
What
is Watto doing?
Against America's sovereign right to make this decision. In 2016, American taxpayers generously sent those same countries more than $20 billion in aid.
A lot of money.
That is why tonight I am asking Congress to pass legislation to help ensure American foreign assistance dollars always serve American interests and only go to friends of America, not enemies of America.
Got it. Anybody that's willing to toe our line. You got to toe our line to get our aid. Got it.
So,
if they disagree with me, no money.
So if the government of a country isn't friendly to America, then its people should suffer.
Yes. Okay. All around the world.
Good. Cool. Very
moral. We are
moral.
also
very
restoring
Christian.
Clarity about our adversaries.
You haven't restored clarity about shit, you fat orange fuck.
The crimes of their corrupt
You're fat, TJ. You have no reason to criticize.
I did not
fucking svelte president.
America
That's right. He's a svelte 239 pounds.
In their courageous struggle.
That's just the weight of his balls.
Didn't you just get done?
Weighs less than you, TJ.
He just said that no aid is going to go to governments that aren't friendly to America, and then he just said America stands with Iran and the people of Iran.
The people, Paul, not the corrupt government.
Well, yeah, but he just said he's not going to send aid to the people from corrupt governments anymore. So what is he?
Nuclear deal.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
My administration has also imposed tough sanctions on the communist and socialist dictatorships in Cuba and Venezuela.
The toughest sanctions.
Well, once again, I'm sure the people of those oppressed nations are feeling the effects of those sanctions right now.
Yeah, they're just starving. It's okay.
Yeah. Nice suffering.
Yeah, they're starving.
I continue to export suffering with every decision that I make. Yay!
Yay! Of nuclear missiles could very soon threaten our homeland.
Well, shit, this is good news for you, Paul.
We are waging a campaign of maximum pressure to prevent that from ever happening.
Is part of that campaign threatening nuclear war on Twitter?
Yeah, that's part of the maximum pressure strategy.
Gonna imply maximum force and pressure.
Because people under pressure don't act irrationally. If you want an animal to not attack you, corner it.
Look, we know how to deal with North Korea. Antagonize them at every turn on Twitter.
Of the North Korean regime to understand the nature of the nuclear threat it could pose to America and to our allies. Otto Warmbier was a hard-working student at the University of Virginia.
So is this guy's story going to excuse you threatening nuclear war
Otto joined a
on Twitter? Is that
to North Korea?
Okay.
At its conclusion, this wonderful young man was arrested and charged with crimes against the state.
Terrible.
After a shameful trial, the dictatorship sentenced Otto.
Yeah, only a dictatorship would sentence people to fucking jail without fucking any sort of real crime being committed. Oh wait, you were just advocating that, so fuck you.
And on the verge
Hundreds of those people have gone to fight this country, TJ.
He passed away.
Also, anyone who's stupid enough to go to North Korea probably fucking deserves it.
Otto's wonderful parents, Fred
are
and
here
Cindy
tonight.
Warmbier,
there they are
here with us tonight, along with Otto's brother.
I mean, you know what?
Just like warm beer, I don't want them.
You know,
get them the fuck off my screen.
It's unfortunate, but I mean, he went.
How's it unfortunate?
I mean, because I don't think
motherfucker decides to go to North Korea. That's like if I go into a dragon's cave and it eats me. Who gives a shit? Fuck me at that point.
That's not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
Plenty of people have gone to North Korea and came back just fine.
Plenty of people have gone into dragon's den and lived to tell the tale.
Their brave son, Humbert of the dragon's den.
That's not the equivalent. That's such a false equivalence, TJ.
Why don't we argue about it later, Scotty?
Most people walked by the dragon's den, but only Humbert the brave walked in, and his parents are here tonight.
It's not advisable to go, but tons of people have gone, and this has not happened to them. No, it has happened to a fair number of people. It is a concern.
That threatens our world, and your strength truly
I feel differently.
Inspires us all.
So you think he deserved his death?
Thank you.
You go run in traffic, you're gonna get hit by a fucking car. You go to North Korea, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the same thing though.
I mean, it's not. It's why it's a fucking analogy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think that's the equivalent risk. I think, if other people had gone to this country, that really had not happened until then, had it? I mean, as far as like foreigners going there, like the Westerners.
I mean, I know he's not.
I know people have been arrested there and shit, but not tortured to death.
Otto's memory.
I mean, how do we fucking know?
I guess you're right. I guess I don't know.
American resolve.
American resolve. Great. Awesome.
Finally.
Do you want another standing brief ovation? Give him one more standing
and
brief.
He's dead.
Your son's dead.
Your son's dead. Your daughters are dead.
Your son's fucking dead.
How about some of the families of the mudslide in California victims? Let's bring them out. Oh, it's so sad.
Let's bring the mudslide in here. That's the fucking guest I want to see.
One day
Ji Sung Ho
to steal coal.
North Korean defector.
Was it beautiful, clean coal?
For a few scraps of food, which were very hard to get. In the process, he passed out on the train tracks, exhausted from hunger. He woke up as a train ran over his limbs. He then endured multiple amputations without anything to dull the pain or the hurt. His brother and sister gave what little food they had to help him recover and ate dirt themselves, permanently stunting their own growth. Later, he was tortured
by
North Korean authorities after returning from a brief visit to China. His tormentors wanted to know if he'd met any Christians. He had, and he resolved after that to be free. Sung Ho traveled thousands of miles on crutches.
Meeting Christians inspire him to be free?
Because Jesus.
Southeast Asia to freedom.
The love of Jesus
Most
Christ.
of his family followed.
Christianity,
His father
the
was
religion
caught
of freedom.
trying to escape and was tortured to death.
He saw how incredibly free the
Today,
Christians
he
were.
lives in Seoul,
Dragged
where
his
he
stumpy legs
rescues
across the
other
border in the
defectors
middle of the night.
and broadcasts into North Korea what the regime fears most, the truth. Today, he has a new leg, but Sung Ho,
Isn't that what your
I
regime fears
understand,
most
you still
too, by the
keep
way?
Wrong.
those old crutches as a reminder of how far you've come. Your great sacrifice is an inspiration to us all. Please, thank you.
Especially the slant-eyeds.
Yeah, please stand.
All right, well, that guy's story is pretty harrowing. I guess I like him all right.
I mean,
I wish he wasn't being.
I don't understand what him dragging his stump across the fucking border has to do with Donald Trump.
It's just justification for fuck North Korea. They fucking with this guy.
So you see, when I say I'm gonna nuke them openly in front of everybody,
look, this is why.
It's okay, because this guy.
Ho here, fucking, he got hit by a train.
The American government has never persecuted anyone.
Never.
Only North Korea is evil like that.
Hopefully this guy's skilled enough to come over here.
How long is this?
Hope he meets the skill requirements.
To the yearning of every human soul to live in freedom. It was that same yearning for freedom that nearly 250 years ago gave birth to a special place called America. It was a small cluster of colonies
special place called America.
This is the worst fucking State of the Union
so bad.
I've ever seen in my life.
Like, look, even if Obama can't be president again, can we have him make Trump speeches for him, please?
Nice.
They could rule themselves.
How about Pence? How about anyone else here? How about the janitor makes the speech?
Their own destiny.
Yeah, the janitor that cleans up Trump's fucking piss and shit off the fucking White House bathroom floor.
That is
should
what
give
our
a speech.
Has always been
It'd be
about.
more eloquent and probably
That is
you'd probably hear more
Americans
truth.
have always stood for, always strived for, and always done. Atop the dome of this Capitol stands the Statue of Freedom. She stands tall and dignified among
Is this over yet?
the monuments.
It looks
to
like
our
it's drawn to a
who
close.
fought and lived
Look at that
and
fucking
died to
count.
protect
There's a bunch of these dudes on their phones.
monuments to
Trump done yet?
Washington and Jefferson
Still going, huh?
and Lincoln and King.
And so many
Memorials
others.
to the heroes of Yorktown and Saratoga. To young
Saratoga.
Americans who shed their blood on the shores of Normandy and the fields beyond. And others who went down
the military. God, this nation's so wonderful.
and the skies.
Oh, jingoistic nonsense.
And freedom stands tall
Oh, freedom.
over one
We love
more
freedom. Oh, but
monument.
don't smoke any weed
This
because you should
one.
have the freedom to do that.
This Capitol, this living monument. This is the monument
The Capitol is
to
alive?
the American people.
USA, USA.
God. I'm leaving. See you later. Had enough of this bullshit. We love country. This country good. We love it.
We're a people whose heroes live not only in the past,
It just keeps going.
but all around us, defending hope, pride, and defending the American way. They work in every trade. They sacrifice to raise a family. They care for our children at home. They defend our flag abroad. And they are strong moms and brave kids. They are firefighters and police officers and border agents, medics and Marines.
I don't care.
But above all else, they are Americans.
Oh,
and
God. They can all go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
Belongs entirely to them.
And massive corporations.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
In partnership with Coke and Pepsi.
Love it or leave it.
Oh, man, their hands are getting sore, Trump.
This is a good leg day for the Republicans.
I have clap blisters tomorrow.
Going up and down
Our
all
task
day.
is to respect them.
It's over.
To listen to them, to serve them.
It's over.
End your speech.
End.
God, this speech is so fucking boring, dude. It's like
I feel so. I mean, I'm starting to feel bad for fucking Pence and Paul Ryan, who have to fucking sit there behind this shit and look interested.
They
Neutral
push
face.
The bounds of science
illuminating
and discovery, and they forever remind us of what we
F-
never,
speech.
Ever
Sorry.
Forget.
I don't think Trump even deserves a fucking grade, dude. This is terrible.
Dreamed this country. The people
low
built
energy Trump.
This country.
Sad, low
and
energy.
It's the people
low
who
energy.
Are making America great again.
That'd be fucking great if you'd fucking end this terrible fucking speech. End.
All these poor crusty fucks are getting their workout today. Stand, sit, stand, sit, stand, sit.
Stand, sit, stand, stand, sit, 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 stand, stand, sit.
Stand, sit, stand.
Is he done yet?
As long as we are proud of who we are and what we are fighting for, there is
we looked up the average length of these speeches. I think this one is fucking the longest I've ever seen.
How is it? It's got to be over an hour, right?
Faith in our
oh yeah, dude.
It's
and
we paused once
in our God.
for a little bit.
We lost our place at one point.
And we had to go back.
Our families will
So I mean, like, there's been some hiccups and shit, but it's well over an hour so far.
And our nation will forever be safe and strong and proud and mighty and free. Thank you, and God bless America. Good night.
Yes, it's over! Yeah, it's over! Yeah, it's finally over!
All plotted being over.
Thank you!
Oh, look at these motherfuckers. They're out. Dude, Congress is out. They're like running out of the building.
Democrats are just like, all right, fuck you.
And 20 minutes lengthy State of the Union
hour
address,
and 20
but he
minutes.
knows
Lengthy,
that he's got
indeed.
a big audience,
And
millions
girthy.
watching. And also one of the lowest approval ratings for any president in their first year in office. So this was, as White
Trump
House
is
advisors billed it,
he
an
has terrible
opportunity to
approval
try
ratings.
and
So
move
he basically
beyond.
stuck to the teleprompter speech.
Boring speech.
We got no Trump.
Yeah, this was not a very... Look, this speech... Look, I know speeches and I know Trump. This is no Trump speech.
We got no Trump.
This was beyond wretched. I mean, it was...
Trump is at his worst when he's contained. He really is.
I predicted that he was going to try to do the presidential thing. Some other people predicted he was going to be the crazy Trump. But this is like... To me, this was like a new Trump of just like low energy...
Dude, vanilla Trump.
Insipid bullshit.
Yep.
And just fuck, I mean, like, he trotted out his unpopular policies in about the most flattering way he could possibly portray them. You know, he maybe had some, I mean, like, every fucking blue moon he said something that was actually good, but most of it was just reprehensible shit.
98% of it was dog shit.
I mean, that was just an awful fucking speech.
Filled to the brim with calls for transparency and clarity.
You know, he had no charisma during the speech. Like, any of the Trump, like, pithiness was just contained. He felt boring. He felt vanilla. I mean,
I think that's probably the best they could expect out of Trump, though. The people handling him wanted him to go out and give a jingoistic, run-of-the-mill, America-loving speech that was very fucking middle of the road.
And that's what he did.
And he did that. And he didn't say anything that's going to fucking cause any huge blunder. You know, he didn't make other people look bad in the process.
All right, dude, are you joking? The Huffington Post is all like,
all right,
their fingers are primed, dude.
Let me just ask you guys, what do you think? Let's just fucking guess what the fucking coverage is. What do you think the Huffington Post fucking is covering?
Oh, they're going to attack him on immigration.
Anti-immigrant
immigration.
rhetoric.
He's going to be hammered so hard.
Pro-corporate, anti-immigrant.
The title of their fucking post is Extremism in Disguise.
Oh, got it. So...
the banality of the State of the Union. So they're basically saying it's a boring piece of shit.
Right. And that's exactly like, look, that's the type of shit that that's the type of criticism that the people handling Trump want. Because boring is it's the least useful criticism. It's really the easiest criticism to throw out about something, and usually the least useful. So they're not saying Trump said this. They're not, baying for his blood. They're just going, it was boring. That's great.
Yeah, he sucks.
It's a win for Trump. Because he didn't swallow his fucking foot.
Yeah, I will say this: Trump didn't make any huge blunders. He really didn't. He just stuck to the fucking script. And
there was a few flubbed words and
he's got dry mouth. Those big old fucking fake choppers he's got.
It was basically a boring, empty-headed speech for empty-headed people. It was bland.
America loving.
It was offensive to me because some of the policies he's talking about I just think are wretched and I disagree with them.
And some of the outcomes that he's saying,
as usual. Yeah.
Some of the outcomes of those policies vastly overstated.
Oh yeah.
So
probably the worst moment for me was, aside from the endless menagerie of fucking random idiots he put the spotlight on. Because they did
avatars of suffering that he brought in to cry and get standing ovations for their horrible tragedies.
Yeah, so aside from that, the worst part for me was definitely his solution to the opioid crisis, which is just the most insipid shit.
Doesn't even mention the crazy fucking pain clinics that are writing crazy prescriptions for this, that are funding the people that are selling it to people that are overdosing on it. Nope. Let's not start at the source.
Problems, drug dealers.
Yep. Let's just massively expand, current failed drug war policy. Let's keep beating the dead horse, hoping it works.
Was that also the worst part for you, or was there something worse?
That was pretty bad. I'll be honest with you. That and just the fact that every one of his major policy achievements was a big gift to fucking corporate America, and he disguised it as being good for normal people by trotting out normal people.
What is the worst for you, Scotty?
Where do you even start? Saying the military is underfunded that's laughable. Saying the opioid crisis, we need stricter enforcement of drug laws. Totally sidestepping the issues, any really important issues. His infrastructure plan is a joke. It's basically a gift to corporations. It just seemed like the only thing he could really tout was his tax cuts, and he was trying to just equate that with economic growth. And I just overall feel like Trump really didn't say anything in the speech. It was just 2 hours of bluster and bullshit. So I find the whole speech to be truly just empty and offensive.
Well, the fact that you thought it was 2 hours says a lot, too, because it was an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, it felt like 2 hours.
It definitely felt longer than it actually was.
It felt like a goddamn eternity.
Even with our opportunity to riff on it and shit on it, it definitely felt long. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you fuckers
Friday.
On Friday.
Later.